Hello everyone, this is Sam from Gregor Animations, back again with another commentary. This time is on the second of my LEGO Spider-Man videos, LEGO Spider-Man vs. Scorpion. Obviously, this video introduces Scorpion for when he would appear in Sinister Six video. Pretty much ended up being the same video as the Vulture video. Yeah, Spider-Man's just minding his own business, and then some supervillain shows up to kill him. Yeah, real creative back in 2018. I only had the most, unique and creative plots for my videos, obviously. So yeah, let's get right into it. Before I actually start the video, though, obviously something to point off right off the bat is so I wanted to show in the video. I want to show Spider-Man, kind of swinging around. It wasn't just swinging past buildings. Pretty much wasn't the most creative, but obviously very uncreative with the set design. As you could obviously tell, this is literally just a wall. That's all it is. It's a square, the shape of evil. Definitely should have added a little more depth to it, like instead of just like the 2x, there's a 2x6, 2x8, 2x4, 2x6. Should have done like the longer ones that went farther back. At least that would have helped quite a bit. So that looks pretty lazy, honestly. Which, I mean, that was the name of the game back in 2018 for me. It's like, I don't care. No one's gonna care. Which, like, this only lasts like a few seconds, so like, it's not the most noticeable thing, but obviously it could be noticed.
Another great day swinging through the city.
Show him.
Sure has been pretty
something I do.
today.
Oh my God, my mouse likes to double click for no reason. This is something I did a lot during these Spider-Man videos. Having like the character in place and then moving the background to show them like moving through the air and all that. So I just have them going past the same gray and black building, which obviously they're also the same way. This one, it's just a wall. Oh, but this one has a window, so that helps. And then this gray one, obviously, it's the same thing I used earlier. Yeah. So a lot of gray and black buildings in New York apparently that are just walls. That's where all the poor people live, I guess. And past the red building, that's just a wall, but with a window as well. Hey, Spider-Man. But hey, look, this one actually has depth to it. Thank God, I guess. Not really. I mean, now it has depth because you could see inside of it, which literally all I did, I just had a platform that Deadpool was standing on, and then there was a black wall in the background, so then you wouldn't see the blue, obviously. The blue paper that I use for the sky. Having Deadpool come out of the window was kind of difficult because the katanas, as you can tell here, it's a little bit wider than the actual window. And it'd be a little bit choppy, but all my animation was choppy back then. I mean, it looks okay. Definitely could have been better, but yeah. Hey, Spider-Man.
What?
Very back then, I think. So, like, the lighting looked really kind of screwed up there, which the main cause of that was this shot. I didn't do any, I didn't have to, cut anything out there. I can't think of the word. Masking. I didn't do any masking here, obviously, but then I did have to do that for, like, this shot, obviously. So I took out the, all the shadow, all the darker stuff, because like the original frame, which actually I think you can see like right here, this is the original frame, so it's a lot brighter, so end up a lot of really bad light flicker for this part.
What?
F you. Hold that, Deadpool.
Hello there, Spider-Man.
Scorpion, long time no see.
Scorpion.
How's the kids?
Kids, what the f*** are you talking about?
Oh, just trying to start a conversation. So tell me, aren't you supposed to be in jail?
Well, I was, but then I escaped.
Oh, well, good job. That must have been hard, but sadly, being a hero and all, gotta take you back.
Ha! Well, how will you do that if you're dead?
So, example here of this Scorpion figure was a little bit difficult to animate with, which part of the reason is because it's fake. It's a fake figure. I didn't know it then, but I know it now. It's fake. But I'm trying to stop on the right frame. There we go. So the hand here was very loose, so it would just kind of like move side to side some of the times. And even though I had onion skinning, so really no excuse for it. But yeah, so it looks a little bit weird when animated like that. Well, when the arm moves.
What, is a villain that actually poses a threat to me nearby? No? Just you? Well, that's disappointing.
You know, it's so weird, like, how I didn't ever, like, the leaning forward, leaning backward movements, like, that would have worked good here. I just didn't think to use those back then, I guess. But also, this is an example of my kind of, like, shitty cinematography, because it's just the same shots of showing their whole body, kind of at an angle, over and over again. I could have had them zoomed in a little bit more, or something like that, for certain shots, but no, same shit over and over again. Yeah.
Screw you, Spider-Man. I am a scorpion, the natural enemy of the spider.
It's literally
Yeah,
a
and
line
how many
taken
times have you
straight
been able
from
to kill me?
the 94
Well,
Spider-Man cartoon.
never?
Exactly, never. So let's just make this easy and turn yourself in.
Really? You think I'm just gonna turn myself in? After putting in all that hard work to escape?
You can tell
Well, hey.
Tyler, the guy who voices Scorpion, having a little bit of a hard time with the voice there, which, yeah, it's not the most easiest voice to do. Which I basically just kind of had him do the Scorpion voice. I'm sorry, not Scorpion. That's obviously the voice he's doing. I had him do the Scarecrow voice, but a little more, like, gruff. A little more like, oh, I'm a tough guy. Oh, yeah, that kind of shit.
It was worth a shot.
Was it, though? How many times has a villain automatically given up when you told them to?
So,
None.
the
but I
biggest
just, like,
problem with this video, and there's a lot of problems with this video, but the biggest problem, I think, is just the dialogue really just drags. It's not really that entertaining. Like, there's a few funny quips from Spider-Man, but it's really not that interesting to watch. And it gets kind of repetitive, because first Spider-Man's like, oh, how many times have you been able to beat me? Oh, yeah, never. And then Scorpion's like, oh, how many times has the villain given up? Oh, never. You know, it's very repetitive. It's just like, and really, it's my own fault. You know, I kind of like, when I wrote, the original script I wrote was, you know, maybe like half a page, so it would have been like a minute. Which I wanted, after the Vulture video had been like a minute and a half, I wanted it to be a little bit longer, because I wanted them at least be the length of like the Batman versus videos, which each one was like at least like 2 minutes or so. So I added in more dialogue to accommodate for that. So yeah, it didn't really work out that well. Like, I probably should have, because like a big problem with it is that, you know, it was the same plot as the Vulture video, except instead of, at least the Vulture video had a fun little action sequence with the Russian crooks at the beginning to make it a little bit longer. Or this one, I just had to throw more dialogue, which really just did not help. I probably should have just put in, you know, more plot rather than more dialogue. See, there's a difference.
I'd like to give you guys the benefit of the doubt that you're not as stupid as last time.
Oh, screw you. Let's end this.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
No, I hate you saying my mouse. I hate my mouse so much. So I finally used I mean, obviously, you know, if the biggest problem with the last video, the Vulture video, was obviously the red clay being used with the webbing. This one I finally had the white clay. Yay! I think the effects actually turned out pretty well, you know, because you know here first you see it hit him, and then it just kind of splats and spreads around. Okay, it probably spread around the body a little too much, but it turned out pretty well. You know, using the camera movement here, and I kind of did some stuff where I kind of like get it off his, like, kind of getting it off his face. But I actually think the action is pretty good. Kind of quick, you know, the action and all that. Without quickly, like, they're hitting each other, you know. Then, you know, Scorpion getting the webbing off of him. Also, one thing I definitely wanted to do in the action sequence, I wanted Scorpion to hit him with the tail, which is a little difficult to do because the tail doesn't move. I want to do that. The reason I want to do it is because in the 94 cartoon, that's where I mainly know a lot of my stuff about Spider-Man. In the cartoon, one of the common things that Scorpion would do was hit Spider-Man with his tail. So literally all I did was have him spin around. Turn around. Yeah, so. Maybe that flip. Oh, well, flip. I guess that's what it's called. I think that turned out pretty good. Seems a little bit choppy. I think I probably put in one too many frames. But other than that, I think it turned out alright. Spider-Man patiently waits for him to get the webbing off of him before he attacks again. So,
Just like flies, look out! Here comes
oh, and
the
then he
Spider-Man.
kicks him in the balls for, you know, good measure, because why not? Kind of dick move. Very, very, see, I would have benefited from zooming a little more, so then I could have had him jump a little more when he did the kick. But, yeah, it's just funnier to say he kicked him in the balls. You know, Spider-Man's being an asshole.
Here comes the Spider-Man.
Then I just have him do this is something I did a couple times. I mean, I know I did it in this one. I did with Doc Ock. I'm not sure who else I did it with. Well, I guess we'll see when we get to the commentaries for them. But yeah, I just have him do I came with one of the sets. I'm not sure, but just the webbing kind of thing. Of course, it kind of doesn't look very good because of the clear piece right here. But you know, whatever. I probably should have had him like turn his hand to the side rather than having it be straight out like this. But it's kind of a cheap way to just kind of have him show him webbing it up, and then he's just immediately webbed up and all that. So.
See what I
I'll say, hey, look, the red clay. See, still stuck around after the Vulture video.
tell you, Scorpion?
Grr, it doesn't matter. I'll get you next time.
Sure you will, but until then, time for you to go back to jail.
So that was Lego Spider-Man versus the Scorpion. Definitely, in my opinion, I think it's probably the worst of my Spider-Man videos. Mainly just because the dialogue drags and the fight scene's nice. The fight scene's decent, you know, I like that. But the web swinging, you know, with all the square buildings, the walls, you know, whatever you want to call them. Definitely not the best of the Spider-Man stuff. But, hey, you know, people still like it, apparently. It's got like 30,000 something views. So, yay. So, next commentary will also be a Spider-Man one. I believe it'll be Doc Ock. A couple of the videos, I had a couple videos before that. Like, I had, like, the What the Fuck Robin video, and then I had the 1,000 subs video, but I'm not going to do commentaries for those. No point to. And my next video, like non-commentary video, will be for Brick Film Day, March 27th, so I'll be looking for that. And I'll see you guys next time.